Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph, this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. In the previous episode, we took the reins in Pitax. We defeated the evil King Irovetti, and we installed neutral King Blackforge. What I want to do in today's episode is actually go back to Pitax because Octavia's companion quest takes place there. So apparently her mother lives in Pitax and she wants to confront her mother, find out how she ended up in slavery pretty much. And then another quest I would like to tackle today is visiting the Temple of the Elk, where someone is waiting for us with, I think, information on how to defeat the Guardian of the Bloom. We'll see how far we get. First, we have a woman standing in front of us. The woman standing before you isn't young. Her irreproachable poise and velvet attire attest to her wealth and nobility. But the creases on her face bear witness to a secret grief. Greetings, Your Highness. Let me introduce myself. I am Jarona Alnavi, head of the Alnavi family. But my name is of no importance. My family and I are to leave your domain today. Why, you may ask? My son mysteriously died a week ago. His body was examined. The death appeared to be natural, but it's obvious to any reasonable person that a man in his prime can't just drop dead. And you think I'm involved somehow? Your subjects have failed to show me mercy or understanding. Now I fear that such sudden death may find my other relatives as well, especially now that mysterious and inexplicable deaths are growing more common in your lands. My departure is a settled matter, but I still believe in law and justice. Perhaps now you may choose to step in and protect those who are relying on you. What mysterious deaths are you talking about? There is no containing gossip, Your Highness. Over the past few weeks, many fine ladies and gentlemen have died under mysterious circumstances. The guards declared that all cases were but mishaps. Find it quite suspicious that experienced riders fall from their horses, break their necks, or young beauties die from minor cuts they get on a promenade. Who was your son? Did he have any enemies? My son was a lawyer. He promoted various interests and handled the affairs of several merchants. He could hardly practice his profession without making some enemies. However, I'm not sure I could point to anyone in particular. And how did your son die? During a hunt, surrounded by friends. They say they found my poor son in the morning. His body was already in rigor, and his face was frozen in the last expression he had. Terror. There wasn't a single mark on his body, and his food and wine had been shared with the others. I will try to get to the bottom of this. I was hoping to see justice done after I spoke with you. Thank you, Your Highness. May Abadar be with you. Yeah. Add the quest to the pile. So she has to wait though, because I'm going to keep to my planned agenda. Gran is a stickler for a strict schedule. So that means that we need to bring Octavia, and I'm guessing if we're visiting Octavia's mother, then it would be cool to take Ragongar as well for some additional conversation options maybe. So that means I'm gonna have to leave Ikundayo and Lindsay behind. Lindsay I don't mind so much. Ikundayo is super helpful on long range, but I'm guessing with the spells that Octavia and Rigongar have, we should be good to go as well. Alright, we have arrived in Pitax, and on the map there was a location called Lonely Mansion. That's where I am right now, so let's see what's going on. I'm guessing this is where Octavia's mother lives. You wish to see the... yes. I'm not able to pronounce that word, but yes, I do wish to see her. Hey Mom, what's up? Marchioness Clarita della Fiorni. What is it? I wasn't expecting guests. A woman comes out of the back rooms in a dress that was once expensive and now is mud-eaten and heavily mended. Her posture and gait give away a noble upbringing. She seems to be in her 40s, though some pain or suffering must have worn her beyond her years, leaving wrinkles across her face and grey in her hair. Sounds like a description of me, actually. 40s, pain, suffering, wrinkles, and grey in the hair. Yeah, that's me. I am Marchioness Clarita della Fiorni. Welcome to my manor. I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you, nor do I have the honor of knowing you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Hello, Mother. Octavia? God, my Octavia, is it really you? It's been so many years. The Marchioness steps forward to hug her daughter, tears in her eye, but she stops when she sees Octavia's stony gaze. Ooh. Are you ready for family drama? Here it is. This is Days of Our Lives, the Pathfinder Kingmaker edition. You're Octavia, you're... My last memory of you is selling me to the slave traders, and you dare to call me yours? Cruel words, but fair. Octavia, my child, let me tell you what happened. Afterward, you may decide on your own what to do, even if it means you never wish to see me again. All I need to be happy is to know that you are safe and sound. I'm listening. Who was Octavia's father? A pathetic wretch and nothing more. A visiting elf swept the silly young girl off her feet, then vanished as soon as he learned she was expecting. I care not to even say his name. Well, he at least made one good thing in his life, right? There are potions for those who don't wish to have children. They aren't expensive. Okay. I guess they didn't have condoms in this world, right? They have potions. Well, you know. And what would I have done then? What would I do without you? You see, I told you it was good to bring Rigongar. Reg, don't. Not now. How did Octavia become a slave? My father, may his soul rest in peace, was a very stern man. Some would say cruel. When he found out I was expecting the child of some adventurer, he expelled me from the house, cut me off from any inheritance. I scraped by on my own for 3 years, suing, teaching and the like, but then father discovered he was dying and the Della Fiorni line would end, so he told me he would leave the full inheritance to me if I would only get rid of my disgrace, get rid of you. And so you did, traded me for an inheritance, I see. Nobility, to be sure, after he spits on the floor. Reasonable. No, it wasn't like that at all. I had a plan to deceive him, you know. I made arrangements with a man from the Technic League. He was supposed to take you to Numeria, keep you there until my father died, and then bring you back. I was trying to do what I thought was best for you. Do you understand? I wanted you to grow up in your own manner, in luxury rather than poverty. But once father was gone, the man from the Technic League said he didn't remember any such arrangements. He said he bought you, had already sold you, and had no idea where you were anymore. Why didn't you buy her back? I had no idea where she was. Octavia, believe me, I continued to look for you all these years. I spent all of the inheritance hiring sleuths and investigators to scour Numeria and the River Kingdoms for you, but you were nowhere to be found. I knew you were still alive, I could feel it, and I never stopped searching. I just wanted to see you again, just once, to at least beg your forgiveness. What do you say, Octavia? What is there to say? Mother, you are such a fool. You'd think we wouldn't have done fine without a title? Have grown up, learned some craft. We'd have been poorer, probably, but at least would have been together. Aww. Will you stay, at least for a little while? There's so much to talk about. Isn't it dangerous for you here? Just a couple of servants? There's a lot of disquiet in Pitax right now and trouble all around. Magical beasts, barbarians. I live in the Hold of Blackforge now. Have you heard of it? What do you mean, have you heard of it? Like everybody knows of the Hold of Blackforge. It's recently established. Maybe you can move there. I'll be able to tell you what I've been doing all this time and show you all I've achieved. The Hold of Blackforge. As you say, my child, I'll begin packing immediately. Okay. I'll be waiting for you. Okay. Somehow, I have the feeling this will not be the end.
I did as you asked.
Well, let's take a look around. Is there seriously? Is there nothing to loot in this house? Oh man. They've had some rough times. They've had some rough times. Why was that door locked? What is going on? Nothing there either? Okay. Alright, we're at the main square. Oh, I'm without the party at the main square. Really? Okay. Let's take a look around, see if I can find someone that I can talk to. And I don't mean the trader, of course. These are all regular citizens.
That is not far.
Ah, here we go. See what he has to say. Hello, Your Highness. How are things in Pitax? Not so well. There's fighting in the back streets, docks and alleys. Quiet but ferocious. Assets change hands every day. The old families, the Thieves Guild, new adventurers. Everyone wants a piece.
As it should be.
So I guess I have to take a look at the docks as well. And I want to take a look, why hasn't this been cleaned up? Liasenza, get to this. Why is there still a barricade here? There's no need for that. So let's see if anything changed in here.
How curious.
Doesn't really look like it. Oh, but there is stuff that we haven't looted yet. And here we have the whole party again. Oh, that's so odd. Alright, so I looked through the castle, picked up everything I could, sold it all off to the merchants, and now I'm in the docks region checking out. There's someone to talk to here. There's a tavern. Oh. First Mate Weller. A dark-haired, middle-aged man with a sailor's gait, trimmed beard, and a grumpy face is blocking your way. Sir, my name is Weller, and it's my honor to serve as first mate aboard a pirate ship called the Prestigious. I'd like to ask you for a favor. Help me save my merry crew of sea dogs from drowning in the bottoms of their bottles. Can I count on your help? Without you, my crew will drown in drunkenness and decadence. What's your problem? There, our crew has placed an order. A wizard named Blakemore agreed to create a grimoire for us. A book, but more a masterpiece of art. We're supposed to meet him at this tavern 2 or 3 or, well, several days ago. He hasn't shown up. Worse, we have no idea where we should look for him. Blakemore is an extraordinary man, full of amazing stories. But he's jealous of his solitude and truth. The whole crew stays here drinking, waiting for him for days upon days. And if it goes on like that, why, we'll lose our image as honest pirates. What respected client would want to hire us then? It's long past time for us to set sail, but Captain Martin will hear nothing of it. He won't leave without the book. I find that quite interesting, actually. So there is a series that recently released on Netflix about pirate kingdoms. It's basically a story that you see in the series Black Sails, but then in documentary form. So it's about the Pirate Republic of Nassau and a number of those famous pirates. And to be honest, it changed my view of pirates quite a bit. I wasn't aware that a number of them, like Hornigold or Black Sam Bellamy, didn't want to kill anyone. So they would just take the cargo and then leave the boats. I was quite amazed by that. I always saw pirates as being like, you know, bloodthirsty killers. And sure, some of them were, but yeah, I was actually very pleasantly surprised, especially when you hear the story of Black Sam Bellamy, why he became a pirate for love and stuff like that. It's actually really cool. Anyway, maybe these pirates here are the same, are also quite honorable. I need your help, First Mate Weller continues. I have to overthrow the captain and take command. But I'm not the most popular man in the crew. If Martin is like an amusing and irresponsible father for the sailors, I'm the strict mother ready to put her rolling pin to use. Need someone who can persuade the sailors to take my side? There aren't many who support me now. Just those who want to fill our sails with southern winds. It's true, we live in an age of decline and decadence. I'd wager you're curious as to what you'll stand to gain. I'll answer you. Robbing raids are a thing of the past for this ship and her crew. We'll dedicate ourselves to trading elite art pieces. That you previously stole, I guess. This is a highly profitable business. And it's just as true for anyone drawing taxes from our vessel. If you help me, then after I become captain, I'll pursue this business under your banner. But this will only work if I'm captain. I can't speak for Martin. He's always preferred robbery over honest trade. Answer me this about Blakemore and the Grimoire. I'm ready to tell you whatever you wish if it helps you to help us. Tell me about the Grimoire. Not much to be told. It's a book. It's big. It's beautiful. Covered with calligraphy. Knowing Blackmore, I'd bet it's full of magical surprises, but its main value lies in the perfection of visual aesthetics. Sound like an artist, don't I? As you can see, throughout the years I've become well versed in matters of art. I've practically grown to love it. Oh, is this Blackmore? I've heard many accounts, but I don't believe any of them. Let's just say Blackmore is like a living phenomenon. If you listen to him for 5 minutes, you'll hear the most impossible stories any dreamer's mind could ever produce. Sounds like Shania the Tulip, actually. But at the same time, he's an extraordinarily gifted wizard and a skilled artist. Can attest to that personally, I'm pleased to say. I've got a question about your line of work. What exactly would you like to know? Tell me about your ship, the Prestigious. You won't find a more glorious pirate ship anywhere. We're not some pathetic bandits who attack fishermen and cargo ships full of cabbages. The Prestigious chases only art. Pieces of art, I mean. I was never a big admirer of art, but when I learned how much the nobles are willing to pay for it, their aesthetics and beauty just overwhelmed me. Usually we've been selling most of our loot to King Irovetti. Speaking of which, Blakemore's Grimoire was commissioned by Irovetti too. Now that contract has lost its force, but the captain believes we still have to deal with Blackmore. So we have to collect the book anyway, the stubborn, decadent herring. How did you become a pirate? Well, that's a long story. Once I was a yeoman in Rustland, but when when all those things happened with House Rogarvia, I raised anchor and took off in an instant. I could feel upheaval coming, just like I can feel the wind shift northwest at midnight. Back in Deadbridge, I met Captain Martin, who was recruiting a new crew. The crew soon grew to believe that it was my responsibility to, arrange things, to manage everything. Captain is good at strategic planning, but he's not so skilled in questions of discipline. On the Prestigious, I listen to the captain and the crew listens to me. But it only works so long as I don't contradict Martin. Aren't you worried I might reveal your plans to the captain? No, I'm not. For many years I've kept this crew afloat. Both our ship and our business. If I don't overthrow the captain, in a few weeks there won't be any crew left. I see. So I guess we're gonna be talking to the captain. Who is this guy? A grim man with long brown hair and an unpleasant face is drinking in the corner alone. He is called Aragorn. He doesn't seem too pleased with your attention. What do you want, mister? Oh, are ya? And who are you? I'm a pirate, a sailor on the Prestigious. Just a sailor, Sailor Bloodmont, if it pleases you. Satisfied? What do you think of your stay ashore? We should have never relied on Blackmore's punctuality. He's a special person, that one. but never expect him to know what time it is. As for me, I don't care, so long as there is enough beer. Why are you sitting here alone? Because I don't need company. That's a hint, in case you didn't notice. Why is it that when a person drinks alone, everybody wants to join him? Over there, there's a whole crew of sailors eager to share their tales. Okay. I guess we'll leave you alone then, huh? After we've gone through some stuff down here. But what do you mean? No, I'm just looking for, you know, if the Captain Martin is back here. What's up, innkeeper? Grumpy halfling tavern keeper stares at you gloomily. His voice sounds indifferent as he recites his memorized greeting. Greetings from the best tavern in Pitax. How may I help you? How are things going in the city? Great! King Irovetti is dead. Long live King Grand Blackforge. Whole new life except for the same old thieves. And the same drinking and refusing to work. Otherwise, everything is just grand. How are you doing? Your guests behaving themselves? Has my good sir tragically lost his eyesight? Can't you see what's going on? The pirates will soon tear this tavern apart, board by board. And the guardsmen don't dare come in here. Why is that? Because the pirates are here? Come on. What kind of guards do I have? Alright, Captain Martin, what's up? A tall, confident man stands before you, wearing a fancy hat and a charming smile. Ah, visitors, and whom do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name is Captain Martin. There have been so few new faces in the tavern recently, for some reason. What are you doing here? We have a rendezvous. Ooh, he's a fancy captain. We have a rendezvous with a most outstanding artist, but he's rather late. My crew needs a way to blow off some steam, or their bloodthirst will get the better of them. Is there any way you can help me? You see, not so long ago I commissioned a wizard named Blakemore to create a grimoire. Should be an amazing book, a masterpiece of calligraphy and fine art. Blakemore is a phenomenal genius and author of some mighty tall tales. Alas, punctuality is not one of his virtues. He's not much good with people at all. Blakemore has lived too long a hermit. In fact, we don't know where he lives. But if you ever cross paths with him and you can somehow bring back the grimoire to us, my gratitude would be immense. And of course, we'll immediately set off without disturbing the peace of these good citizens. I have a question for you as a ship captain. Our ship has visited every single port in the world. I know a few things that surprise you. Tell me about your travels. That would be a long story. I can say without exaggeration, there is no sea in the world we haven't sailed. I've traded with the Kelishites, talked with the sages of Absalom, traded gorgeous carved masks from the Garunda Aborigines, or rum. Of course. Fought off Ulfin raiders who come in the middle of the night howling like wolves. Participated in the regatta organized by the Aspis Consortium, taking honorable second and only because of the dishonest ploys of my rival, the Hurricane King himself, Captain Kurdak Bonefist, leader of the Free Captains and ruler of the Shackles, gave me that magnificent rapier as a gesture of respect. Tell me about your crew. Oh, our crew is a team of extraordinary ladies and gentlemen. Callus, the elf who was picking a fight so gracefully when you entered, he's a true master of boarding fights. Senior sailor, Shagnack, is quite funny and witty fellow like no one else. Of course, sometimes his half-orc half prevails and his tricks start posing a danger to others, but, you know, everyone has some flaws, right? Boborm is a true dwarf and a natural-born ship's treasurer. His budget always squares with the treasury. Although one time he strangled a sailor because the treasury couldn't cover his salary. But in the end, the budget was spot on. Over there in the corner, that's Bloodmund. Never met a more gloomy and rude man. They say he was once a crewman on the Ship of the Damned, but I wager that's just a tall tale. And of course, let's not forget my first mate Weller. He's my right hand, man of impeccable loyalty. And don't tell anyone I told you, but he's a great fan of art. It's a pity he hides his passion, though we all know about it, of course. I've never heard of you, are ya? Haven't you heard? Perhaps you're not interested in art. I'm the famous Captain Martin, commander of the pirate ship Prestigious. We are masterpiece hunters, art thieves, and welcome guests in the houses of collectors and connoisseurs of beauty. Yes, we have rendezvous with connoisseurs of beauty. I admit King Irovetti himself hosted me at the palace more than once, and he's always been satisfied with my gifts. Okay. So, let's see if we can talk to a number of these pirates and loot this box. Yeah, sure. We cannot talk to these guys. Might there be an upstairs? There is not. Okay. So it's a bit difficult to convince them if we can't talk to them. Yeah, let's just try to get the captain to change his mind then. Hand over command to Weller before the crew hangs you. Sir, let's do this without bloodshed. Give up your command. You'll be the death of the crew. Weller, is this a mutiny? You're kidding me. My crew would never betray me. I'm the best captain in all of the seas, right, crew? Yeah, this is gonna work. Sure. I think it's Weller who does the real captain's work here. You just pretend to be the leader. Take all the credit. The pirates cast glances at you, gripping their weapons. Weller looks at you with a tragic expression. Martin's voice is tense. His hospitality has disappeared. What was that? Would you like to explain yourself before blood is shed? Yeah, you'll find out when I take that stupid head off your head. Yeah, well, this was gonna end in a fight. Anyway. So, yeah. Let's get in on stuff.
This should do it.
Let's go, Gren. Critical hit, 54 damage. Alright. First Mate Weller stares at the scene of the massacre in utter confusion. Holy kraken, but that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted a mutiny for the ship with the crew, but you've killed the whole crew. What good is the ship now? Let's go, brothers. It's true that landlubbers have butts instead of their heads. Oh, well, I guess we're continuing. Yeah, that shouldn't be too difficult to take care of. There we go. Don't mess with this king. Yeah, maybe if we find this guy, we can still do something with the grimoire. Maybe we'll have a rendezvous with a connoisseur who likes the grimoire. Hey, there's a barrel. Alright. That was the tavern. Let's see what else. What other trouble we can get into here in the harbor. Oh, it's our buddy, Karn Variel. So, Your Highness, what brings you here? How are things in Pitax? Well, almost the same as it was with old Irovetti at the helm. The trade houses take a pinch from us, we take a pinch from them. Someone new rolls into town. It's not like a real war, but not 3 days ago. Without a new body floating around the docks. Not easy, of course, but business never is. Yeah, that's kind of my fault. Because I let Variel live. Yeah, that's what you get with the neutral ruler. Alright, anything else? There is indeed. Oh. Yeah. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. I'm picturing Gren now with this black beard.
Follow my lead.
Alright, that's it. So, for now, I will leave Pitax and I will travel to the Temple of the Elk. So, on the way to the Temple of the Elk, I noticed a region called the Swamp Ruins. So I decided to stop by. Let's see what's going on here.
That is not far.
There is, I'm guessing, an unhealthy mist. Oh. A ferocious devourer. That doesn't last really long. Does have some cool magical weapons. Is that all? Yeah, we cannot get there. Can we move in here? Nope. All right, that was the Swamp Ruins. All right, now we're at the Temple of the Elk, and apparently we're supposed to pass the trials of Unicorn. Not 100% sure if I understood that correctly. Oh, okay, it's just a guy, it's not a... A man in ceremonial robes stands near the temple, surrounded by monsters lying still like little sheep. He greets you with a deep bow. His voice is soft, almost a whisper. Your Highness, are you ready for the trial? What sort of trial is this? These creatures are lost. I will send them home to the first world, but first you will have to show you are capable of holding them back without shedding any blood. I shall lift the spell and commence the ritual. While I open the portal, you must defend yourself, but you must not kill. If a single one of these creatures die, you will not pass the trial. And how do you imagine I'm going to face a whole swarm of monsters without killing any of them? It's up to you, such is the nature of the trial. Yeah, that's gonna go well. I do have 2 spellcasters with me. Maybe they can do something like hold monster or something. Not quite sure, but we'll see. Let's start the trial. Okay, so Jaital, Amiri, and Valerie, you need to be over there. Gren, let's see what kind of spells you have, buddy. Yeah, I don't see this going very well, to be honest. So, there is something called Constricting Coils, so how about you cast...
This spell's not supposed to work like that.
You cast that on the Manticore. Gren, you can cast the Sickening Entangle over here. And Regongar, you can... oh, maybe you can cast Mirror Image on yourself. Oh yeah, and these Smilodons need to get out of there too. Regongar, can you stop fighting and move over here, please? And Smilodon, you too. Who is that? Octavia. You move over there. Let's see, Octavia, what else do you have? Perhaps cast Slow? Does that help somehow? Ooh, Polymorph. Yeah, that might be good. Okay. Oh, they've died already. Yeah, great. Octavia, can you stop shooting? Apparently not. So when is that gate gonna open?
All All according to plan.
Did I kill the monk as well? I might have. Oh, here he is. Can we talk to him? You failed. Okay. Sure. Well, at least we saved one. I mean, I guess that's something. I'm already happy the rest of them stopped attacking, because I was worried that it would. But I think it's actually Gren who killed everyone. The bastard. We are back in the capital. Let's take a quick look at kingdom management, for otherwise it wouldn't be a Pathfinder Kingmaker playthrough, right? No new events, it looks like. And I don't think we have... Oh, we could put Octavia there. Yeah, we might as well. Oh. 0 success chance, yeah, then don't bother. Let's see. Is Icondio available? No, but Octavia is, so we could do the Magister here. Quickly checking the other ones. Strengthen the storyteller's skill as a curator. Well, he actually is 100 BP. Well, we have plenty of BP. 20 days. Is there something we can have Octavia do? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. Yeah, so let's let Octavia do this. That makes a lot more sense. 120 days. Oh boy. And I guess that means that she won't be leveling up anytime soon. The Warden and the High Priest, where are they? 15 days. Maybe it would have made more sense to level up Octavia first, so I have the rest back. Can I still do that? Yeah, I lost 50 BP in that, but you know. Let's do this first. There we go. We've reached rank 4. Valerie's aid arrived just in time. The settlement is being rebuilt after an awful fire. All right. Happy birthday to the king! Oh, great. We get a whole bunch of pluses there. All right. Congratulations, Blackforge. We're getting old. wrinkly and things. So now I'm gonna put Octavia on this. There we go. We have some new events. Let's see. The Rod of the Forest, we could send Valerie to that one. We can send Valerie to this as well. Ice Cold Rod. It's quite unknown how a kingdom so far away from Arisen could have angered a winter witch, but for some reason the furious woman has conjured an enormous snowstorm and sent it towards the stolen lands. Okay, Lindsay could take care of that. And then a new priest of Abadar. The highest ranking priest of Abadar in the kingdom has passed away. Now the clergy must elect a new leader. If any of the candidates should win thanks to the king's support, their gratitude would be immeasurable. Alright, so we're gonna send Valerie here. 50% chance. Let's see how much chance Lindsay has. 16. Okay, well, make that 40. Start that event. Start that event. We can get a Condio back in 1 day. And then we could rank the Warden up. That's a possibility. In the name of the law, a group of volunteers have arrived from Bravoy. They were approved and hired, and their help will come in handy. They've written glowing letters back home, describing the warm welcome they received. The reputation of the young kingdom continues to advance. Stability +2, relations +1, and military +1. Nicely done, Ekundayo. This is nothing. Nope. Okay, so in that case we are gonna rank up. Wasn't there... Ah, yes, here. Okay, the storyteller. We need the storyteller back. When is he back? In 30 days. Okay, well... In that case, let's rank up Ekundayo. We reached rank 7 in stability. So this opportunity passed by, that's fine. The Black Mass, Divine -15, Loyalty -2, Community -2. What is Divine right now? 26? That is seriously low. Jaital replied to the threat by issuing a contract of her own with the Red Mantis. In just a few days, she was approached by a young woman carrying the head of the hapless assassin in a bag. Espionage +1. And there goes 75 BP. The Sleepless Agency asked for a sizable fee, but the treasurer negotiated an agreement. The skilled mages conducted their investigation and tracked down every foreign agent among the minister's servants. Economy +1, espionage +2. And -100 BP. Well, that's how you lose BP. The druids heard what Harem had to say about the suffering people and the upcoming famine. They promised to nurture and protect the upcoming harvest. The local people are reassured. Divine +3. Nice. What else do we have? Let's see. Ah, yeah, so this new priest. Oh, we can send all 3 of them to that. Let's see, the contract. One of the powerful mages from this area is preparing to sealing a pact with one of the four horsemen. Such an extraordinary event cannot be allowed to pass without royal attention. That could be harem. And the Warden needs my advice. Okay, so for this, let's send Jubilust, I guess. 95. What if we send Jaital 25? Okay. Send Jubilust here. And then send Harem to deal with this contract. That's not a lot. There we go. And then we will... oh, there is some more things. One moment. Scouting the dire gnarl marches. We could have Ekundayo take care of that. Minister and the Grand Diplomat. Yeah, how about we let Ekundayo take care of this? Start that project. For this we still need the storyteller. It's another 23 days. We could have Jaital rank up and Lindsay, but... first... first I need to check... What is this? Feast for the Afflicted. Oh, right. Yeah, that will have to wait a moment, I guess. To get our status back to stable, I hope. Yeah, let's first check what our Warden needs. Akon's face is darker than a storm cloud. Big trouble, Grand Black Forge. People on the streets, they demand a return to freedom. They demand that we reduce the number of guards, the frequency of patrols, and ban personal searches. My advice, do not clench your fist even tighter. It's not right for everyone to suffer for the sins of the rash and the short-sighted. But I would not give in either. What can we sacrifice instead of sacrificing safety? I can think of one alternative. Money. Sacrificing safety is folly. We'll pacify the people by lowering the taxes. I'm sure Jubilos is gonna be really happy with that. Loyalty +3 and -2 BP per week. Dragon with another gift. Varusk the Wild Fist with a gift. Raging Bulwark. Bokken with some potions. Oh, a ring. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll probably take a look at those murder investigations. Thanks a lot for watching. If you're enjoying the content, by all means, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along, and I will see you in the next video.